holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville will give them the season series.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Now Lawrence.
He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40.
ETN up the middle.
And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Third down, it's Willis.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The Titans at 500, 7-7 on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Willis.
This is intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Etienne. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Lawrence now off the bootleg.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Jags are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here's Willis.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first two drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He sets to fire deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy,
he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Let's go. Start.
Now Lawrence on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And able to work his way down to the 16. 85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
I'm ready.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Ready.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Trap 60. Go.
Here's Willis, third and long.
And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I showed my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
ETN on the toss right.
And some room to run now. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. 136 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So a big play there running right. The DN couldn't get out. They couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead, that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
On 2nd and goal, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it is 28-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Darius Williams in there to make the tackle.
So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Ready, break! Warriors, 70!
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down. Willis looks to throw here.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Ready! 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Willis to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
On the counter, Etienne.
And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, lock it.
Now Lawrence.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, this will look to throw on 1st down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes this 35-0 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many penalties like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack.
They'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
50 Eagles! 50 Eagles! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Fourth down, Willis. Running the slant, Gray with it. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The coverage was tight there from Rayshon Jenkins.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Another tote for Etienne.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
19 tight, 19 tight.
From the 16,
Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it is 42-0.
for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. The shotgun snap to Willis.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Trayvon Walker.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Trayvon Walker.
2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Etienne once more.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's the gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay. Here's Etienne.
Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
Take it to the house.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of have this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
They haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win,